Hi, I'm Todd Jones, host of the podcast Press Box Access. Here's a clip from my interview with Marla Ridenour. Marla recalls the class shown by Browns running back Earnest Byner, who responded to his infamous fumble with dignity. You're in Denver for the rematch in the AFC Championship Game, Browns at Broncos, and it really wasn't a good game the first half, but the Browns rallied, and now you get down to the last minute, and the Browns are driving to tie the game. And, of course, with a minute 12 left, Earnest Byner, as he's going into the end zone, fumbles the ball at the 1 yard line. Were you on the field for that also?
I don't think I was I don't remember that one being on the field. Although I do remember one time going down to the field in Denver where they were throwing beers on us. So maybe we were. But that one, I mean, God, I felt horrible because, Byner is such a good person, but
he played so well. They came back.
Like he and Bernie, they were played out of their minds in the second half. I mean, at halftime, I thought it was over. I thought the Browns were going to get drilled. So, my biggest takeaway from that was interviewing Byner after the game. I mean,
what was that like?
Well, I mean, they brought him out of the locker room and we're standing by this concrete, support thing and at the stadium outside. And I mean, he was just so classy about it. I just can't imagine the pain, I mean, that I got to give him credit. I mean, all those guys back in the day, even going back to Sipe, there were no post-game interview, you stand at a podium. It was like waves after waves of, sometimes of reporters coming. And Byner stood there and took every question, and was just such a class act.
Yeah, I've always had a lot of admiration for anybody that could do that, right? I mean, when you think about it, it's kind of an absurd moment. Think about you screwing up something in your job, having a horrible moment at work, and then a bunch of people come in minutes later and say, what the hell happened? And all the emotion and the disappointment, and then to be able to stand there and answer questions because you're doing it for the fans who want to know answers. But that whole setting has just always struck me as, this doesn't seem right. I don't know if I'm just too empathetic in that regard, but I mean, so Byner just handled it all with class.
He did.